Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about DeliverThat Reactivated Me. Here's what happened. The other day I made a video on how I was scammed and deactivated on DeliverThat. And the very next day I followed up with them about what happened, and they explained to me what took place and fixed the issue. I'm a firm believer of giving credit where credit is due and making sure that when a company does the right thing or when people do the right thing, that is noted specifically. So with that said, we are talking about how I got reactivated on DeliverThat, why it happened in the first place, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that I am speaking from my own personal experience, and what I experience in my business and life may not reflect yours. So with that said, let's get started. DeliverThat reactivation. As I mentioned earlier, for the context of this video, you would need to watch the video I posted the other day about this. The link to that's going to be in the description. Feel free to check that out. That said, I decided to call the following morning from which that took place to follow up with Brittany and see why it happened at all. I ended up on the phone with Caesar instead, and he explained to me that it wasn't intentional by Brittany's end and it was all a misunderstanding. But long story short, because the order went down the way it did, it led to a refund on the customer side. And because a refund would normally be considered a reason to cause a suspension, that is what it would reflect in their system because it's automated the way it is. He was going to double check with Brittany to make sure that it wasn't going to happen at all, but by the time he was going to ask, she left, which isn't all that surprising. Driver experience actually cuts out of their day about 3 p.m. at the time of the recording of this video. So why would they be there that late? That said, he said he would touch base with her and figure out how to fix the issue and would reach out and ensure it is all done on their end. I got the notification later on during that day that I am back to a preferred driver, and Brittany called me later just to double check if I had any other questions or concerns and let me know that I'm fully restored. Looking back, to be honest, I might have reacted too quickly because of my experience with Brian Brock and their tip fronting methods at Delivered, causing me to get wrongfully deactivated from their platform. But it seems like now it is finally water under the bridge. Brittany was fine. It sounded like our last conversation, she was just tired of the nonsense, and I did make a point in my previous video about thinking nepotism was a reason for her thinking she could do more than she should. But she ended up doing the right thing at the end of the day, so let's acknowledge that right away. That was a quick call on my end. I can't say for certain that it's not true because I only had a literal 2 interactions with her, but based on what I've seen, she does have a strong sense of integrity. Still not a fan of how Sarah is as a person and how she flaunted her status and her position and how she handled the phone situation. Again, the last video will explain all of that. Although real talk, this could have gone so much worse for me, realistically. Most companies rather dig their heels in and try to wear you down on why they are right and you are wrong. It doesn't matter if they're actually right. They would rather feel right than do the right thing. But in this case, they did, and that was cool of them, to say the least. I doubt it was my video or my position that did it this time, to be honest. I think the full situation made Brittany step back and realize, yeah, everyone can use some coaching here. Major wake-up call. Honestly, this whole interaction was a huge wake-up call for me. I am not claiming that I like anything and everything that went down, but maybe that was the point. One of the points that Brittany made while I was having it out over the phone with her was, why do I want to be part of a platform that I don't like? The truth is, I like the platform and I like the work of delivery. In this case, it was the restaurant, and maybe that's kind of the point. I think I've been dealing with restaurants for too long, and yeah, I'm going to build out my DSP and I'm going to be earning from that, but nevertheless, I've been wanting to explore other areas of logistics for a while now. I'm looking into getting a cargo van in the very near future, and maybe that's where my focus should be right now as well. So if you also want to build out your own DSP and not be dependent on any singular platform, but a platform that you build on your own, make sure you check out the Build Your Own Delivery Service Provider course, and that way you can make your own extra income as well. One of the things I constantly say is to treat the gig economy as an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal, and to develop an exit strategy for yourself, just like building your own delivery service provider. I partnered with experienced professionals to create a step-by-step guide to create a six-figure earning business after 90 days of focused hard work. This course will guide you to creating your own business entity and foundation, methods to source restaurants and drivers with game-changing opportunities, as well as resources and done-for-you contracts to protect you financially. You will also have access to high-level professional guidance to help you build your business foundation and support you as you grow your business and reach greater heights. Check the link in the description and sign up and get started on transforming how businesses serve customers and how gig workers get greater opportunities with you. We are excited and looking forward to helping you secure your financial future. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.